Cheers. Welcome to the very first Saturday pour, a space where we slow down with our cup of coffee and talk about running, fitness, faith, family, and just life overall. And I wanted to start our very first episode with the theme or the topic of small steps. That said, my name is June, Run 6 Co. The importance of small steps in anything, but more relatable to the content that we share, whether that's in running or faith or in family. But there are times where I've wanted to quit or simply stop, just because the moment or progress felt too slow. And when I started running, I thought that big goals would come pretty fast, especially with my background when I was way younger in fitness. So yeah, I thought that big goals would come pretty fast, but the truth is, it's really in the small steps or the day to day, which has led me to run in 2 marathons by the grace of God, Boston, Chicago, and that's even led me to where I sit now here with you guys. And I'm running a series right now for the next, it's 12 weeks, but 8 weeks left, called Redo. And that is me taking a step back and starting over. Because there are important things that I rushed through and that I missed. And because of that, now I'm paying certain consequences. And those consequences aren't necessarily bad, but critical to the foundation that I'm trying to establish. So if you haven't, check it out and follow along. But again, this is about baby steps, a step at a time. That coffee's really good. If you're wondering, I'm drinking El Coqui coffee from Puerto Rico. Shout out to my mom who sent me a box full of goodies. Now, every PR or personal record, every marathon, at least that I've accomplished thus far, or perhaps any goal that I've accomplished this far, started with small, consistent steps or runs. I would say that in faith, God often works through the little things. And that does sound cliche, but it's fundamental, right? The daily prayer, the small acts of obedience. And it's not all grand gestures, especially on today's age where everything is quick and available online. In life, I would say that it's the small moments with family that add up to the bigger picture. And that is intentionally, for me, making sure that I find time to disconnect and create memories with my wife and my daughter. And a quick story, right? This past weekend, or last weekend, excuse me, we disconnected and we simply went to the mall and we walked around for a few hours. We grabbed lunch, we grabbed snacks, we talked, and we were out for about 4 or 5 hours to just spend time with each other, right? And it's those small moments where you connect or reconnect. And this verse puts this perspective into play here. It says, and this is from Zechariah 4:10, says, "Do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin." So you don't need to take a giant leap today, just a small step, whether that's in your run, small steps in your faith, small steps in your family. And I truly believe, because I've experienced it and I continue to live it, that that's where real growth lives and stays. And I'll leave you all with this, and ask yourself, what is one small step that you will be taking today or this week, whether that's in your training, again, in faith, life, or family? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. With that said, thanks for sitting with me.